Okay, so I'm in my car, always in my car. It's the only place I can get any privacy. Can't do it in the shelter because there's always people around, even if they're not in your room. They somewhere standing around trying to get their ear hustle on. So I'm in my car shooting another one of these vlog things. On my way to pick up my seedling, of course. That's what time it is. So what should we talk about? Oh, well, since I'm in the car, let's talk about being in this car. So in order for me to do rideshare, I needed to have a car. And I was very excited when I was approved to get a car through the first lease company called Breeze. They were about the only company out when I signed up. And you know, you put your $250 down and you got a Prius, brand new 2016 Prius. I loved it, absolutely loved it. It only cost me $250 to get in it. What? How could you beat that? I did have to pay insurance. That started killing me. It was like $235 a month. Yes, I said $235 a month for car insurance because I was not going to take the chance of not getting rideshare insurance and then get into an accident, especially since it's not my car. And if I were to do that, the chances of me getting in another car, the chances of me getting another car would be probably a big fat no. So or being able to drive again once I did that, because you are supposed to have rideshare insurance. Okay, so anyway, so I had the car, wonderful car. It cost me $200 a week. I said that. I said $200 a week, so that was breaking down to about $800 a month to lease this car. I know, it's a ripoff, no doubt, but it was only supposed to be a short-term plan, right? It's good for short-term leasing, and you really do make good enough money where, you know, yeah, that pisses you off, but you're not gonna miss it too much if you get out there and hustle. Well, unfortunately, on the day that I was gonna return the car, I got into an accident. No, it wasn't my fault, but that don't matter, because in order for me to return the car, I had to fix it immediately. So that cost me $500. And then something happened where I didn't return it immediately. I think I had to go on a trip and do some other stuff. And then once again, by the time I got around to returning it, boom, got into another accident because this dumb lady wanted to slam on her brakes in front of me so she can stop and say hi to her friend on the sidewalk as she was making a turn. So I ended up having to pay for that as well. Got dropped from my insurance. And so that's car-tastrophe number one. Oh, no, let me tell you. I really did love this Prius, but $200 a week, it was killing me, so I really was trying to get out that car. I got a call from the finance company that leased me the car, talking about another place taking the car over. Now, you have no option to buy this car, so they're getting straight $800 with me never being able to walk away. And I understood that, which is why I was trying to hurry up and get out the car. But I had to get other things in order first. Like, I wanted to move before I let the car go. So, yeah. So anyway, long story short, I finally go to return the car. Guess where I returned the car to? Because the reason I got the call from the finance company is because Breeze went under and sold all the contracts, or however it works, but and ended up giving it to Uber and their leasing program. Go trip that. But you would not sell me the car? Like, even after the end of all of that, and I have paid since 2015, October 25th of 2015, I've been paying $800 a month for that car. You wouldn't give us a first shot at trying to buy the car or continue the lease with whoever the company is instead of sending it to the city auction? Like, they did not look out for their drivers at all. When they changed the finance company, they stopped taking care of the car. All maintenance, tires, tax, titles, registrations, that all became my responsibility. I didn't know that. I didn't do none of that. And I found that out when I actually went to go get an oil change, and the car shop was like, we don't service those cars no more. And I was just like, oh, but this is where I've been coming. They was like, yeah, that's cool, but we don't do that no more. So when I called to get that straight, and they was like, oh no, you got to pay for the oil change, and you got to pay for this, and you got to pay for that. I said, no, this ain't Oprah. I'm not paying for nothing. You get a bill, and you get a bill, and you get a bill. No, I'm not getting no bill. So that's when I really made a diligent effort to return the car, and found out I was returning it to the city auction so that they could put it in fleet auction. I was so upset. Like, really? I've paid $800 a month for this car since October. I returned it just a few months ago, before well, let me see, I was still homeless when I had the car. So I returned it when I was in the shelter. So I returned it sometime in October. So for a whole year I paid for that car. So that's what, 800 times 10 is 8,000 plus 2 more, 9,600. I damn near bought the car. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, man, y'all didn't even give us a first offer at the vehicle. Y'all just jumped ship and saved your butts and didn't care nothing about these people. Especially me. I was like one of the first people to rent one of their cars. You know what I'm saying? Like, the owner called me to put me in a car quicker than I was supposed to be in one. Like, are you ready to come in today? And I'm like, oh yeah. I was so excited. I thought it was such a blessing. And they were so friendly and they were so nice at first. But as soon as they started going under, they became crap. So that got me out of the Breeze car and into my next car, which is a little bit better of a deal. But leasing these cars, period, through rideshare is truly a short-term plan, at least for somebody like me, because I've only been able to make these 70 rides one time in order not to pay for the new car, which is $170 a week. Now, that's not as bad because I don't have to pay for insurance. And once again, I don't have to pay for any types of maintenance. All I pay for is gas. And if I make my 70 rides a week, I don't have to pay for the car at all. So I'm really trying to do that. But being that I do other stuff other than rideshare, you know, being a massage therapist, a dancer, a performer, teaching artist, a mom, sometimes it's difficult to get all that in. So I gotta make it work, or, you know, the money that I get from Lyft is not gonna be lifting me up financially like it used to. Plus, living in this shelter, he just ran the light. Living in this shelter makes it difficult because, again, you know, I have to have my I can't leave my son by himself, so I really only have until 2 o'clock to make all my rides, and I can't work in the morning rush because I got to drop my son off. So by the time I get down there, it's just a trickle effect. Here, there, a little ride. So that's Car-tastrophe number 1. There's Car-tastrophe 2 and 3 that I'll do later.